What's going on, everybody? Sports Player 2.0 Daniel here. And guys, we went 4-1 in the NHL and 5-4 in the NBA. So we had a great day in the NHL, only getting one wrong. And in the NBA, we went one game over 500. So we had a decent day today. So let's see if we can repeat. Let's move on to tomorrow's games. The Sabres are going to New York to face the Islanders. The Sabres come in at 4-4-2, and the Islanders come in at 3-4-2. The last game for Buffalo, they lost 5-3 versus the New Jersey Devils, and for the New York Islanders, they lost 4-3 in overtime versus the Philadelphia Flyers. So both teams coming off disappointing losses. So these two teams need a rebound, and the likely starters for this game is Linus Ullmark for the Buffalo Sabres and Semyon Varlamov for the New York Islanders. And the New York Islanders are a favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Sabres, 2 in this game on the road in New York. Next up, we have the Dallas Stars going to Columbus to face the Blue Jackets. The Stars come in at 4-1-1, and the Blue Jackets come in at 4-3-3. And the last game for Dallas, they lost 4-3 in a shootout versus the Hurricanes. And for Columbus, they lost 3-1 versus the Blackhawks, the Chicago Blackhawks. So these two teams need a rebound. And the likely starters for this game is Anton Khudobin for the Dallas Stars and Elvis Merzlikins for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And the Dallas Stars are a favorite in this one. Give me the Stars, 2 in this game on the road in Columbus. Next up, we have the Vancouver Canucks going to Montreal to face the Canadiens. The Canucks come in at 6-0, and the Canadiens come in at 6-1-2. These two teams play today, and Montreal won 6-2. 6-2 they won. Did they play today? I think so. I think they did. Yeah, they did. They won 6-2. Yeah, Montreal won 6-2. And the likely starters for this game is Thatcher Demko for the Vancouver Canucks and Jake Allen for the Montreal Canadiens. And the Montreal Canadiens are a favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Canucks, 2 in this game on the road in Montreal. Next up, we have the Carolina Hurricanes going to Chicago to face the Blackhawks. The Hurricanes come in at 5-1-0, and the Blackhawks come in at 3-4-3. The last game for Carolina, they won 4-3 in a shootout versus the Stars, and for Chicago, they won 3-1 versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. And the likely starters for this game is James Reimer for the Carolina Hurricanes and Kevin Lankinen for the Chicago Blackhawks. And the Carolina Hurricanes are a favorite in this one. Give me the Hurricanes, 2 in this game on the road in Chicago. Next up, we have the Arizona Coyotes going to St. Louis to face the Blues. The Coyotes come in at 3-4-1, and the Blues come in at 6-2-1. And the St. Louis Blues are a favorite in this one, but the last game for Arizona, they won 3-2 versus the Anaheim Ducks, and for St. Louis, they won 4-1 versus the Anaheim Ducks. So these two teams both beat up on the Anaheim Ducks. And the likely starters for this game is Darcy Kempfer for the Arizona Coyotes and Jordan Binnington for the St. Louis Blues. And the St. Louis Blues are a favorite in this one. Give me the Blues, 2 in this game at home. Next up, we have the Calgary Flames going to Winnipeg to face the Jets. The Calgary Flames come in at 4-3-1, and the Jets come in at 5-3-1. And the last game, these two teams play today, and Calgary won 4-3 in a shootout. The likely starters for this game is David Riddick for the Calgary Flames and Laurent Brossoit for the Winnipeg Jets. I'm going to go with the Flames here because I believe in David Riddick more than I believe in Laurent Brossoit. So I am going with the Flames here. Give me the Flames, 2 in this game on the road in Winnipeg. Next up, we have the Minnesota Wild going to Colorado to face the Avalanche. The Wild come in at 6-4-0, and the Avalanche come in at 6-3-1. The last game for these two teams they played, and Minnesota won 4-3 in overtime. The likely starters for this game is Capo Kakkonen for the Minnesota Wild, and Philip Grubauer for the Colorado Avalanche. And the Colorado Avalanche. No, I don't know who's favored in this one, but I'm going to have to go with the Avalanche. Give me the Avalanche 2 in this game at home. Next up, we have the Ottawa Senators going to Edmonton to face the Oilers. These two teams played last time, and Edmonton won 8-5, so it was a shootout, 8-5, 13 goals. The Senators come in at 1-7-1, and the Oilers come in at 5-6-0. And the Edmonton Oilers are favored in this one. Give me the Oilers 2 in this game at home. And the final match for today in the NHL, we have the Anaheim Ducks going to LA to face the Kings. The Ducks come in at 3-5-2, and the Kings come in at 3-3-2. And the last game for Anaheim, they lost 4-1 versus the St. Louis Blues. And for the LA Kings, they lost 5-3 versus the Minnesota Wild. So these two teams need a rebound. And the likely starters for this game is John Gibson for the Anaheim Ducks and Jonathan Quick for the LA Kings. And the LA Kings are a favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Anaheim Ducks to win this game on the road in LA. And that does it for the NHL. Let's move on to the NBA. The Raptors are going to Orlando to face the Magic. The Raptors come in at 8-12, and the Magic come in at 8-13. Give me the Raptors 2 in this game on the road in Orlando. Next up, we have the LA Clippers going to Brooklyn to face the Nets. The Clippers come in at 16-5, and the Nets come in at 13-9. And I think the Clippers will win this game. Give me the Clippers 2 in this game on the road in Brooklyn. Next up, we have the Memphis Grizzlies going to Indiana to face the Pacers. The Grizzlies come in at 9-6, and the Pacers come in at 11-9. And the Pacers are a 6-point favorite in this one. Give me the Pacers in a money line, but give me the Grizzlies +6. I think the Grizzlies will keep it closer than 6 points, but I think the Pacers will win this game at home. Next up, we have the Portland Trailblazers going to Washington to face the Wizards. The Trailblazers come in at 10-9, and the Wizards come in at 4-12. And the Wizards are a 2-point favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Trailblazers 2 in this game on the road in Washington. Next up, we have the Detroit Pistons going to Utah to face the Jazz. The Pistons come in at 5-15, and the Jazz, the opposite, 15-5. And I'm going to go with the Jazz here. Give me the Jazz 2 in this game at home. And the final match of the day, we have the Boston Celtics going to Golden State to face the Warriors, who are 11-9. And the Celtics are 10-8. This is a really good game right here, and Boston is a 3-point favorite in this one. Give me the Celtics 2 in this game on the road in Golden State. And that does it for today's picks for tomorrow's games. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please hit me the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.